standing, we're going to start standing today. So you can take a minute to settle in. We'll be starting in a mountain pose posture. We will be working with a block today for sure. So if you have anything that you could use as a block, even if you don't have one, you could take a rolled up towel, something that's going to give you a little support and bring the ground a little closer. We're going to be working on triangle pose and its variations today. So again, we're going to start standing and grab a block if you have one. When you're ready, come to the top of your mat. And find mountain pose. In mountain pose, feet are about hip distance apart. Feel how your feet are connecting you to the ground. Root down through the outside edge of your feet and lift the inner arches a bit. Soften the knees and root down through the feet so you're flexing all the way up. Core is engaged, tailbone heavy. Move the shoulders back a little bit. So shoulder blades are sliding down the back of your body, palms are turned forward. Relax your face. Soften your jaw and your eyes. And start to focus on your breath. You've got this long line in your spine. Feel your breath moving up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, back down to the ground. Big breath in, filling up. And then again, exhale completely. Drawing the belly back, squeezing that whole breath out, and then fill back up again. Continue to breathe just like that. Acknowledge everything you're feeling this morning. Honor what you're working with. And let's begin to move into sun breath. So again, feet are evenly grounded. With your inhale, sweep your arms up. Lift your gaze up. And exhale, lower your arms back down. Chin to chest. Again, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, lower. Move with your breath. The next time you exhale, thought forward, slowly hinging at the hips. Bend the knees as much as you want to here. You can use your block if your hands don't reach the ground comfortably, but focus on what you're feeling in the legs here, through the calf muscles, the hamstrings. Try bending one knee and then the other, waking up all those muscles in your lower half. And I'll press into both feet evenly, soft bend in both knees, and bring your hands to the inside of either elbow. Let the head hang, let your upper body melt forward. The weight of your body is in the soles of your feet, so the legs are strong. more and slowly roll to standing. Head comes up last. Come back to mountain pose. Again, check in with what you're feeling. Bring your hands to your hips and step your right foot back. About a leg's length of space here. Bend the left knee. Arms lift. And bend the elbows. So cactus arms. Palms are facing the ears. Breathe. And now press the elbows back a little bit, but try not to arch back. We're just stretching across the chest and the front of the shoulders. Notice how that feels. And then with an exhale, draw the belly in, bring the shoulders forward. Forearms together if that's available for you. Inhale again, open up. Try not to arch back too much, but just send the elbows back, heart open. And one more time, arms together. And all the way up. Hands to heart. Let's step that right foot forward. And then step the left foot back. Settling in again to that warrior one stance, hips and shoulders are facing forward. Right knee moving open towards your little toe. Lift your arms up. Soften your shoulders. And this time just bring your hands to either elbow or forearm. Feel the shoulder blades slide down the back of your body. Heart open. Deep breath. Reach the hands back up. Hands to heart. Let's step the left foot forward. Back to mountain pose. Big breath in, arms lift. Move the hips forward, arch back. And exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees enough to bring your hands to the ground and walk your feet back. Down dog. Hands shoulder distance apart, feet hip distance apart. Let the head hang. Take any movements that feel good here. Maybe bending one knee and then the other. And now let's shift it forward for plank. Shoulders over wrists. 3 full rounds of breath. Press it back to down dog. And now let's take child's pose. Drop your knees. Knees are wide. Feet close together. Hips towards your heels. Take about 3 more full rounds of breath in child's pose. And now rise back up. distance, feet hip distance. We'll walk the hands back. Forward fold at the back of the mat this time. And we'll roll up from there. Bend your knees, press into the feet. Head comes up last. And let's step to a wide angle on the mat. So step the feet wide apart. Toes are pointing forward. We have about a leg's length of space between the feet. Forward fold from here, hinging at the hips. Remember, you can use your block if your hands don't reach the ground comfortably. Let your head hang, no strain in your neck. And now keep your legs straight and shift the hips from side to side. This is just going to be a small movement deep in that hip joint. So just check in here, see what kind of mobility you're working with. Notice how it feels to isolate that area. And then begin to bend the knees and shift your hips from side to side. We'll come back to center, rooting down evenly through both feet. Then bend the knees a little bit as you roll to standing. Head comes up last. Sometimes we can get a little lightheaded moving from a forward fold to standing, so give yourself a moment. And now we're going to turn the right toes out towards the short part of the mat, left toes in a little bit. Grab your block or whatever you're using as a prop and set it either at the inside or the outside of that right foot. Your hips and your shoulders are in line with the long part of the mat. The right leg is straight, but we don't want to lock the knee, so keep pressing into the soles of your feet. Lift your arms to a T and begin to extend out through the right fingers. Reach, reach, reach as far as you go. So you're lengthening out through the obliques. Hold it here, legs are strong. If you're feeling any strain in that right knee, you can bend it a little bit more. But now from here, lower the right arm and lift the left. So we're hovering here. The right hand can land on your leg if you'd like, but try not to press into your leg. Just use the floor. And now to take it one step further, if this is available for you, bring your right hand onto that block. The block can be on the inside of your leg or the outside of your leg. But we want to keep the upper body aligned over the right leg as much as possible. So try not to round forward. And sit back, left arm up. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath. Keep rooting down through the feet. And when you're ready to come up, keep that right knee soft, press into the feet all the way up. Relax your arms. Turn those right toes to face forward. And let's bow forward again. Feeling any differences between the right and left sides? Take any little movements that feel good here. Deep breath. And now soft bend in the knees as you roll to standing. Again, take your time if you feel lightheaded at all. turn the toes out towards the corners of the mat. Belly in, tailbone heavy, bend the knees. Come straight down, goddess pose. So stretch the arms out to a T, bend the elbows. Deep breath. So we're gonna hold goddess pose, but focus on your breath. When we're feeling challenged, when it feels like we can't stay in a posture any longer, our body is really fine. It's just our brain telling us that we want to get out of that situation. So relax with your breath. Remind yourself that you're strong. Maybe sink down a little lower. Three more rounds of breath. Then straighten the legs. One hand on heart, one hand on belly. Just breathe here for a moment. And now toes are turned forward again. Interlace your fingers behind you. Roll the shoulders back. We're gonna bow forward, keeping the shoulders squeezing together. And then you can either keep your hands at your low back or begin to lift those arms. Straighten to your degree. Keep the knees soft, root down through your feet. Just take it as far as feels good. Release the arms, hands to your low back. Press into the feet and come up. We're going to take it to the other side. So if you're using a block, bring it over to the left side. Left toes towards the short part of your mat. Right toes in a little bit. Hips and shoulders in line with the long part of the mat. So that front heel should be in line with the back arch. That'll give you space to work with in the hips. Make sure the left knee isn't locked. Lift your arms to a T. Then begin to extend out through the left fingers. Again, lengthening through the side body, using the core muscles to sustain the position. Then lower the left arm, lift the right. We're still gonna hover here for another breath or two. Upper body aligned directly over the left leg. Maybe look up towards your hand. And then if you want to take it one step further, bring the left hand to that block. Your block can be on its side or tall, whatever works best for you. 3 more breaths. Soft bend in that knee. Rise up. Relax your arms. Turn the left toes to face forward. Let's step the feet together. Take any little movements that your body might be wanting. And we're going to come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms lift. Move your hips forward, arch back. And exhale, forward fold. Remember Remember, hands land wherever they reach. Bend your knees enough to bring your hands to the mat and walk back. Down dog. Shift forward to plank. Bring your feet a little wider apart. See how that feels. 3 more breaths. And keeping the feet wide, lift your hips. A slightly different feel in your down dog. And now drop your knees. Knees wide, feet close, child's pose. Take a few more full rounds of breath. Flood your body with oxygen. Let everything slow down. If you'd like, you can bring the palms together and bend your elbows. And then slowly make your way up. So you're sitting on your heels. And as always, if this is not comfortable for you, you can come to kneeling, knees in line with your hips. So either way, we're just going to twist. We'll start by twisting to the left. Open up to the left. Right hand on your left knee, thigh, or hip, wherever it's landing comfortably. And wrap the left arm around your low back. Deep breath. All the way down to your belly. With your exhale, release. And we'll take it to the other side. Twist to the right. Wrap the right arm around your low back. Soften the shoulders. One more big breath in. And release with your exhale. Roll the shoulders. Interlace your fingers behind you. And then just straighten your arms to your degree. Lift your heart. And release. Come forward onto your knees. Hands on your shoulders, knees under hips. Excuse me. And we're going to move through a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, lift your gaze. Tilt the tailbone up. Relax your belly. Be gentle with the low back. And then as you exhale, press into your hands. Lift the belly button towards your spine, chin to chest. Moving with breath. Lift on the inhale. Rounding on the exhale. Pause now in table. Step your left foot back, toes curled under, and then spin the left heel onto the mat. We're just moving into a modified side plank. So root down through the right hand, left arm up. Deep breath, that right knee is under the right hip. And I'll bend the left elbow and reach the left arm. So the upper arm is in line with your ear. You've got a long line from the left foot to the left hand. And I'll spiral that left arm back up. Exhale, hands in the mat. Spin the left heel up. One last plank pose. Step the right foot back. Hold it. Then drop the left knee. Spin the right heel onto the mat. Root down through the left hand, right arm up. Stay with your breath. And bend the right elbow. Reach the right arm over the right ear. So now a long line from the right foot out through the right fingers. Spin the right arm back up. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Right knee to the mat. And then cross your ankles, roll back to find your seat. And we're in Sukhasana, simple cross-leg position. Bring the soles of your feet together. Take your toes or your ankles, knees are heavy, and then bow forward as you're ready, hinging at the hips, leading with your heart. Try not to let the shoulders roll forward. The shoulder blades stay on the back of your body. Take a few more full rounds of breath. Notice where you can relax a little more. Soften the hips, relax the thighs. And I'll press your knees towards the ground as you roll back up. Escort your knees together. And then switch forward on your mat so you've got enough space to roll back. Bring the arms out in front of you. And then just use the strength of your core to come all the way down. Melting onto the mat. And hug your knees in. Rock from side to side. And then happy baby. Move the knees wider than your hips. Bring your hands down onto your ankles or the outside of either foot. And then lift the soles of your feet towards the ceiling. Deep hip opener. If it feels like your shoulders are coming off the ground, then just slide your hands down a little further onto your ankles or your calves. If that's feeling really good, you can hang out there as long as you like. And when you're ready, find your resting pose, coming into your expression of Shavasana. Just get comfortable and take a few minutes to rest with your breath. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.